Licensing Expo 2024. I am Amanda Cialetti, Vice President of Content for the Global Licensing Group here at Informa Markets, which includes licensed global media brands. I'm joined today by Sean Gorman, President of Cloudco Entertainment. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me, Amanda. Appreciate it.
Welcome to Licensing Expo.
Very happy to be here, as always.
Big day. It's day one.
It is indeed.
So what brings you to Licensing Expo this year, and what are you hoping to get out of it?
So always the greatest place, I think, annually for us to connect with our key partners, key retailers, key licensees, prospective licensees and partners. And we're really excited about what's happening with several brands, most notably the Care Bears. That's the brand we're best known for. It's been another banner year for the Care Bears. So for us, it's about interacting with our key agents, partners, and licensees, and making sure that we're on our continued onward trajectory upwards and to greater heights.
Tell me about the new launches for 2024 for Cloudco. What's on the horizon?
Sure, we have a bunch of brand collaborations. We just did one with Hello Kitty, which is extending a bit into next year actually. But that's been a huge, huge hit for us across mass and specialty, particularly in the US, but we also done it in some other territories. So really excited about that, and been really, really great to combine those two very compatible brands. We have another one that's coming up that we're going to announce soon with Universal, that we'll probably announce coming out of the show for this fall. That'll be really, really exciting. And then we have tons of DTRs, both in the US and abroad, that are really, really exciting with lots of exclusive product and great drops. And I think we'll be able to drive lots of brand awareness and excitement through that as well.
Care Bears have captured the hearts of fans and consumers for decades. What is it about that IP that just continues to resonate?
So I'm not objective, but I think that's good. I'm a big believer in what the Care Bears are. I think it's a very unique commercial brand. It is a brand that has imbued in it a causality, which I think is pretty unique in the consumer product space, particularly for kids, but also for families now and kidults and long-term fans of that brand. The Care Bears really represent feelings, emotions, causes. There's a Care Bears for every color, for every feeling, for every holiday. And I think that allows folks to feel like a Care Bear is more than a toy. It's a best friend, it's a companion. It's something that helps pick you up. It's something that helps you emote. So I think that connective tissue that Bear has in its DNA as a commercial brand is really unique.
Care Bears, but it's not the only one in your portfolio. You've got Holly Hobby, you've got Tinpo. Tell us about all of the IP that you're excited about this year.
Sure. I would say Mad Balls is the one that's kind of next up, is a brand that also, similar age to Care Bears, about 40-year-old brand that in some ways is the antithesis of Care Bears being this kind of fun, gross, mom-acceptable, great gross-out brand of the 1980s that we're bringing back shortly. We'd hope to announce it here. We're going to tease it with some key licensees and make the official announcement probably in 2 weeks. A US launch along with some international launches on toy. Hunter Products is our great master toy company out of Australia. And then we have some other things that are going along with that too on the digital side, as well as some other categories for Mad Balls. So we're really excited about that. And then Holly Hobby, you mentioned, we've done 5 seasons of a live action version of Holly Hobby that's kind of run its course, I think, at this point, in terms of the age of the actors and our ability to make more episodes. We've done really, really well. It's on Disney Channel in the US, on Hulu in the US, and other broadcasters too. So our next move for that may be something that we also see as an emerging trend, which is safe scare, safe, not horror, but I guess fun, a la Mad Balls, a la Stranger Things, things that kind of get people on the edge of their seats. And we've seen that in both the kid and the YA space is something that's really in demand. So we have a book publishing deal with Penguin for Holly Hobby. The first book came out last year, the next one comes out this August, called Holly Horror. And fun, safe, acceptable scare, but puts a little more of that edginess into that brand. And we'll see if that emerges into a live action show or other entertainment.
It's a very interesting juxtaposition. I'm very curious to see how that comes.
Yep.
You mentioned, as safe scares, horror. I am seeing that as a trend. Are there other trends that you are seeing in the licensing business on the whole? Sure.
I think everyone here would probably raise their hand and say that collaborations are huge, and that to us is a great news for the Care Bears and for Mad Balls, because they're both character-driven brands where we can kind of blend characters together. We always want to find a reason. We don't want to do it randomly with brands that are compatible and still have some surprise to them. And for us, that's great because it drives awareness. It helps us pop in a very crowded media market. I think it makes consumers pay attention because there's a fixed amount of time at which the product is going to be available. So it drives that kind of excitement and fandom, which is a huge part of driving, I think, a brand like Care Bears or Mad Balls or lots of other brands here at the show.
I couldn't agree with you more. Well, thank you so much for your time. Enjoy the show.
Thank you much. Thank you for having me.